So I met my wife Shu in Australia, and she's from Chengdu. She's born and raised here in Chengdu in China. And our first brunch get together ended up turning into a 10-hour date. It was like meeting my best friend for the first time ever. And I remember the second day became a second full day date, and I told her to her face, I am pursuing you as my future wife. So Shu and I were dating for around about 10 months and we got engaged, and the whole time she was telling me about China, and I thought, she's brainwashed, clearly. Everything she thinks about China is not clear and is not true. And I thought that I knew everything there was to know about China, and clearly that's delusional and ignorant, to say the very least. Now, I had so many false stereotypes in my head about China, and it was basically because of the Western media painting these pictures, including schooling, of China, which are totally false. And, Shu was asking me about moving to China, and we clashed on this topic for years. And it took a long time for me to really understand China. Eventually I mellowed and I softened in terms of my ideas about China as we started to visit China more and more regularly. And I started to put to the test the things that Shu was saying. And I conceded and I told her, look, if we can find work, number one, and number two, find a home that we both really like, then we can consider moving to China. Now, I thought this is going to take years and years, so in a way, we're safe. This is going to buy us lots of time. So guess what happened? We visited China with my new commitment in my heart, and guess what? We found a home and we found work very quickly, and that means that maybe it was time. I started to think maybe it was part of our purpose or destiny, or it was fate, obviously this is part of our future if my wife, whom I married, I love so much, just won't let this go. That I needed to open my mind about China and come to China and consider living in China. It especially helped when we had Chinese family and friends around us, and I just talked to them a lot and asked them lots of questions from their perspective to see if what I'm believing is true about life here in China or not. And it blew my mind. So I started traveling and seeing China for myself more and more, and I fell in love with this country. It's amazing, the culture, the people, the experiences, the food, the places, everything is so cool. It's so opposite here, and that to me was so refreshing. So it was funny, actually. That was initially my wife's dream, was to reveal China to the Western world because of the misconceptions and stereotypes that were false, the media telling constant lies and spreading these false rumors. And my dream was to start a psychological counseling company. And so we swapped dreams. I shook her hand, she shook mine. Now she runs psychological counseling and I run Revealing China to the Western world. And it was a kind of really interesting but beautiful moment when we did that, because we could feel it happening more and more. And I love doing it, Revealing China, and Shu loves psychological counseling. So it actually fit. It's like it started in my heart and ended up in her hands, started in her heart, ended up in my hands, and it found the right fit in each other's lives. Now back to Chongqing. Chongqing was the first city I ever travel vlogged here in China, and it was from that moment on that everything changed. I loved travel vlogging. I loved going and experiencing new things, immersing myself in the culture here. And ever since then, I had started travel vlogging. So here's my mission: to correct the lies that the media and school education system spread about China by making videos to reveal the actual truth and reality of what life is really like here in China, without the filters or anything like that. So guys, I really need your help. Find me throughout social media on different platforms if you want to join me, and like and subscribe, follow, share my videos, and let's help the whole world to see China through my eyes of truth and reality as I vlog. And let's change these people's minds from believing lies and rumors and hearsay in different places. Let's correct the record together and do it together.